Mr. Ahmed was a rich businessman. He had everything he wanted: money, cars, and a big house. But today he was traveling alone on a long, empty road. It was late afternoon, and the sky was slowly turning orange with the setting sun. Ahmed's car was new and shiny, but suddenly it made a strange noise and stopped moving. He tried to start the engine again, but it wouldn't work. The car had broken down. Ahmed looked around. There was nothing but trees and hills. No other cars or people in sight. He was far from the city, on a lonely road near a small village. He took out his phone to call for help, but there was no signal. His heart beat faster. What would he do now? He decided to get out of the car and look for help. He walked slowly, his expensive shoes sinking into the soft ground. The wind was cold, and the sky was getting darker. After a few minutes, Ahmed saw a small village in the distance. The village was simple and quiet. Small houses made of wood and bricks stood close together. Smoke came from the chimneys, showing that people were inside, near warm fires. Ahmed started walking towards the village. He hoped to find someone who could help him. As he walked, he noticed a young boy playing near a small river. The boy looked about 10 or 12 years old. He had dark hair and big brown eyes. The boy was throwing stones into the water and laughing happily. When the boy saw Ahmed, he stopped playing and came closer. Ahmed felt a little nervous. He was not used to small villages or meeting strangers. The boy stopped in front of Ahmed and looked at him carefully. Then, in a small but clear voice, he said, "You look just like my father." Ahmed froze. His heart beat faster. He stared at the boy, surprised and confused. "Just like your father?" Ahmed asked slowly. "Yes," the boy said. "You look exactly like him." Ahmed looked at the boy's face again. There was something innocent and honest in the boy's eyes, but Ahmed could not understand what he meant. Who was this boy's father? And why did the boy say that Ahmed looked like him? Ahmed did not know. He decided to ask more. "Where is your father now? Does he live here?" The boy's smile disappeared. His eyes became sad. "My father, he disappeared a long time ago," the boy said quietly. "Nobody knows where he went." Ahmed felt a strange pain in his chest. The boy's words touched something deep inside him, but he could not explain it. "I'm sorry," Ahmed said softly. "Maybe he will come back soon." The boy looked away and said nothing. Ahmed realized that the boy was alone. No mother or father around. The village seemed poor and quiet, very different from the busy city life Ahmed knew. Suddenly, Ahmed heard a woman calling the boy's name from a nearby house. The boy turned quickly and ran toward the voice. Ahmed was left alone, feeling confused and curious. He looked around again. The village was peaceful, but he felt like something was waiting for him here. He wondered if the boy's father was someone he knew, or maybe there was a secret that connected him to this small village. Ahmed's thoughts were interrupted by the cold wind. The sun had almost disappeared and darkness was coming fast. He needed help soon. Ahmed sat down near a big tree, hoping someone from the village would come to help him, but his mind was still on the boy's words. "Why do you think I look like your father?" he whispered to himself. Ahmed felt a mix of fear and hope. Maybe this strange meeting was the beginning of something important. Maybe his life was about to change forever. As the night grew darker, Ahmed closed his eyes and waited, not knowing what the next day would bring. The next morning, the village woke slowly. Birds sang softly and smoke from chimneys rose into the clear blue sky. Mr. Ahmed was still sitting near the big tree, waiting for help. His car was still broken, and there was no sign of a mechanic or a phone signal. Suddenly, a man appeared from the village road. He was middle-aged, with kind eyes but a serious face. He wore old clothes, and his hands were rough from hard work. "Are you okay, sir?" the man asked, walking closer. Ahmed stood up quickly and smiled. "My car broke down. Can you help me? I need to get to the city." The man nodded. "I am Hassan, the village mechanic, but my tools are old. The roads are bad too. May take some time." Ahmed sighed but felt thankful. "Thank you, Hassan. I appreciate it." As Hassan looked at Ahmed's car, the young boy, Sami, came running back from his house. "Hello again," Sami said, his eyes shining. "Did you sleep well?" Ahmed smiled at him. "Not really. I am worried about my car. But thank you for finding me yesterday." Sami nodded quietly. Then he asked, "Why did you freeze when I said you look like my father?" Ahmed was surprised. "You noticed that?" Sami looked at Ahmed seriously. "Yes. You remind me of stories my mother told me, about a man who left the village many years ago." Ahmed felt a cold shiver. He had heard stories about this village before, but he never thought he would be part of them. "Tell me more," Ahmed said carefully. Sami hesitated, then spoke softly. "My mother said my father was a rich man who left us. Some people say he had to go away because of a secret." Ahmed's heart beat faster. Could Sami's father be connected to him somehow? Before he could ask more, Hassan called out, "Come and see. I think I can fix your car." Ahmed walked with Hassan and Sami to the broken car. Hassan opened the hood and looked inside. "It's the battery and the engine wires. I can fix it, but I need some parts from the city." Ahmed nodded. "I will wait. Here then. Maybe this village has more answers than I thought." As Hassan worked on the car, Ahmed sat under the tree again. He looked at the village houses and the people starting their day. Suddenly, an old woman appeared. She was bent with age, but her eyes were sharp and full of stories. She came close to Ahmed and said, "You look like someone I knew a long time ago. Someone important." Ahmed looked at her and asked politely, "Who was he?" The woman smiled sadly. "He was a kind man, a rich man from the city. But he left us when the village needed him most." Ahmed's mind raced. Was she talking about Sami's father? Was it possible that man was connected to him? The old woman added, "If you want to know the truth, you must visit the old house at the end of the village. There you will find answers." Ahmed felt a mix of fear and hope. He had come to this village by accident, but now he believed it was fate. He decided he would visit the old house after Hassan fixed his car. As the sun climbed higher, the village became busy with work and life. But Ahmed's thoughts stayed with Sami and the mysterious secret about his father. He looked at Sami again. The boy was playing with other children but kept glancing at Ahmed. There was a bond between them now, even if Ahmed did not fully understand. That afternoon, after Hassan finished fixing the car, Mr. Ahmed thanked him warmly, but his mind was not on the journey home. Instead, he remembered the old woman's words, the secret hidden in the old house at the end of the village. The sun was beginning to set as Ahmed walked slowly toward the edge of the village. The path was narrow and dusty, lined with dry grass and small stones. He could see the old house from a distance. It looked lonely and quiet with broken windows and faded paint. The roof was cracked and vines grew all over the walls. Ahmed's heart beat faster. Why did this house feel so familiar? Why did it seem like it was waiting for him? As he reached the door, he stopped and looked around. No one was near. Taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open with a creak. The inside smelled of dust and old wood. Sunlight entered through cracks in the roof, lighting up the empty rooms. Ahmed walked carefully, noticing old photographs hanging crooked on the walls. He picked one up. It was a picture of a man, strong, kind-looking, and wearing a suit. The man looked exactly like Ahmed. A chill ran through Ahmed's body. Could this be his father? Was this house once his family home? He continued exploring. On a small table, he found a worn-out letter. The handwriting was shaky but clear. The letter said, "To my son, if you find this, know that I left to protect you from danger. The world outside is not safe for us now. One day, when the time is right, you will understand why I had to go. Till then, be strong and remember your family loves you." Ahmed's eyes filled with tears. He read the letter again and again. The man in the photo was indeed his father. Suddenly, he heard footsteps behind him. He turned quickly. It was Sami. "Why, are you here?" Sami asked softly. Ahmed smiled sadly. "I wanted to find the truth. I think this was my father's house." Sami's eyes grew wide. I always wondered about him. My mother never talked much. Ahmed nodded. Now I know why he left. He wanted to keep you and your mother safe. Sami looked down and said, I don't know if I can forgive him for leaving us. Ahmed put a hand on Sami's shoulder. Sometimes grown-ups make hard choices. But maybe now, we can find a way to heal. They sat together on the old wooden floor. The sun disappeared behind the hills, and the room grew dark. Ahmed felt a new hope in his heart. He had come to this village as a stranger, but now he was part of something bigger, a family waiting to be whole again. The night was dark and silent as Ahmed and Sami sat in the old house. Outside, the wind howled softly through the broken windows. The quiet made Ahmed think deeply about the letter he had found. He could not stop wondering, what kind of danger had forced his father to leave? Why had he hidden the truth? The next morning, Ahmed decided to find answers. He went to the village square, hoping someone would know more about his father and the past. Ahmed met an old man sitting by the well. The man's eyes were sharp, but kind. Ahmed showed him the photo and asked quietly, Do you know this man? The old man nodded slowly. Yes, that was Farid, your father, a brave man who fought against some very powerful people. Ahmed felt his heart beat faster. What kind of people? What happened to him? The old man looked around nervously before speaking. Many years ago, there was a rich and dangerous group who wanted control over this village and its land. Your father stood against them. He tried to protect the village and its people. Ahmed listened carefully as the old man continued. Because of his courage, they threatened his family. To keep you safe, Farid left secretly. He wanted no one to find you until the danger was gone. Sami, standing nearby, clenched his fists. So that is why my mother never told me about him. She was scared. Ahmed felt anger and sadness mixed together. But where is my father now? Is he still in danger? The old man shook his head sadly. No one knows. Some say he moved far away, others say worse, but the danger is still close. The group still watches this village. Ahmed looked at Sami with determination. We can't let them hurt this place or you. Sami's eyes shone with hope. What can we do? Ahmed thought for a moment. First, we must warn the villagers. Then, we find a way to protect them and bring peace. As they walked back to the village, Ahmed felt a new strength inside him. He was not just a stranger anymore. He was a son, a protector, and a new hope for this village. But deep inside, Ahmed knew this was only the beginning. The real challenge was yet to come. Ahmed stood in the middle of the village square. The sun was setting, casting a golden light on the tired but hopeful faces around him. Villagers gathered quietly, listening. Carefully as Ahmed spoke, he told them the truth about the dangerous group. He spoke of his father's bravery and the threats they still faced. At first, many were scared. The fear in their eyes was clear, but Ahmed's strong voice gave them courage. We cannot hide anymore. This village is our home. We must protect it together. Sami stood beside Ahmed, holding his small wooden sword tightly. I want to help too, he said. I want to be brave like my father. Old men and young boys nodded. Women brought food and blankets. The village began to prepare for the worst. Ahmed and Sami organized teams to watch the roads. They built small traps and looked for places to hide if danger came. The villagers cleaned old weapons and made new ones from farm tools. Night fell, but the village did not sleep. Instead, lights from torches burned bright. People whispered plans and shared stories of hope. Ahmed felt a bond growing stronger between him and the villagers. They trusted him, and he promised to protect them. Suddenly, a shadow moved near the edge of the village. Sami spotted it first. Someone's coming, he shouted. The villagers quickly took their positions, ready for a fight. From the dark trees, a group of strangers appeared. They wore black clothes and faces covered. They moved silently, but their eyes were cold. Ahmed's heart pounded. These were the people who had threatened his father. The dangerous group had come back. He stepped forward, calm but firm. We will not let you take this village, he said loudly. The leader of the strangers smiled cruelly. "You don't know who you are fighting, millionaire. Leave now, or face the consequences." Ahmed shook his head. "I am not alone. This village stands with me." A tense silence filled the air. The villagers gripped their weapons tightly, ready to defend their home. Suddenly, Sammy ran forward with a loud shout. "For the village!" The battle began. Torches lit the dark as villagers and strangers clashed. The sound of shouting, footsteps, and fighting filled the night. Ahmed fought with all his strength. He thought of his father, of Sami, and the village. That needed him. After what felt like hours, the strangers started to retreat. The villagers held their ground, their courage shining bright. When the fight ended, the village was safe. For now. Ahmed looked at Sami with pride. "You were very brave." Sami smiled, tired but happy. "We will protect this village no matter what." But Ahmed knew the danger was not over. The group would return, stronger and more prepared. He thought about his father again. "I will finish what you started," Ahmed promised quietly. The morning after the battle, the village was quiet but tense. Everyone was tired but alert. Ahmed walked through the village, seeing the damage, broken fences, trampled crops, and scared faces. He knew the dangerous group would not stop. They would return with more people and stronger weapons. The village needed help, fast. As Ahmed thought about what to do next, a soft voice called out from behind. "Ahmed!" He turned quickly and saw an old man standing there. The man's eyes were kind but serious. He wore simple clothes but carried himself with dignity. "I heard about what happened," the old man said. "You are brave to stand against them." Ahmed nodded. "But I can't do this alone. We need more help." The old man smiled slightly. "I can help you. My name is Mr. Khalid." Ahmed felt hope rise inside him. "Who are you? How can you help?" Mr. Khalid looked around carefully before speaking. "I was once a soldier. I know how to fight, how to protect people. I have some friends who still owe me favors." Ahmed listened carefully. "If you can bring help, the village can survive." Mr. Khalid nodded. "I will return soon with reinforcements, but we must prepare better." That day, Ahmed and Mr. Khalid walked through the village. They spoke to the villagers, teaching them simple ways to stay safe and how to work together during danger. Sami watched them closely, eager to learn. "I want to help," he said. "I want to be ready." Ahmed smiled. "You are already brave, now you will be strong too." As the sun set, Mr. Khalid left to find his friends. Ahmed felt a little less alone. There was a chance now. That night, Ahmed sat by the fire with Sami. The boy looked worried. "Will they come back?" he asked softly. Ahmed put his hand on Sami's shoulder. "They might, but we are ready. We will protect our home." Days passed slowly. The villagers worked hard, fixing fences, building watchtowers, and practicing self-defense. One evening, a sound broke the silence. Horses, hooves, and voices in the distance. Ahmed and the villagers rushed outside. From the dark came a group of men led by Mr. Khalid. They were strong and armed, but kind eyes showed they meant to help. Ahmed felt relief flood his heart. "You came." Mr. Khalid nodded. "We will stay until this village is safe." The villagers cheered quietly. For the first time in a long while, they felt hope, but Ahmed knew the real test was still ahead. The dangerous group would return, and this time the fight would be bigger. The village was ready. Thanks to Mr. Khalid and his friends, the villagers had learned how to defend themselves. They had weapons, plans, and courage. Ahmed stood at the front, feeling the weight of responsibility. Sami was by his side, no longer a scared boy, but a brave young helper. The dangerous group had returned, just as Ahmed feared. This time, they were stronger and more determined. The sun rose slowly, painting the sky orange and red. The attackers came from the woods, shouting and moving fast. The villagers stood firm. Mr. Khalid gave quick orders and everyone took their positions. The first clash was loud and chaotic. Shouts, thuds, and the sound of weapons filled the air. Ahmed fought with all his strength. He thought about Sami, the villagers, and the home they were protecting. Suddenly, Ahmed saw the leader of the attackers. He looked angry and cruel. Ahmed stepped forward, facing him alone. The two men stared at each other, the tension thick. "Why do you destroy this village?" Ahmed shouted. The leader sneered. "Because we want power. This land belongs to us." Ahmed's heart burned. "This village is home to many good people. You will not take it." The fight between them was fierce, but Ahmed's will was stronger. At the same time, Sami and the villagers pushed back the attackers. They fought bravely, using what they had learned. After a long battle, the attackers started to retreat. Their leader fell, defeated. The village was safe for now. After the battle, Mr. Khalid gathered everyone. He looked at Ahmed and said, "You led well. You saved many lives." Ahmed smiled but felt tired. "We all saved the village together." Sami ran to Ahmed and hugged him tightly. "Thank you for believing in me." Ahmed's eyes filled with tears. "You were always brave." That night, around the fire, Ahmed sat quietly. He thought about the journey, the boy who reminded him of his past, the secret he had hidden, and the family he had found here. Mr. Khalid came close and sat beside him. "There is something you should know," he said softly. Ahmed looked up, curious but nervous. Mr. Khalid took a deep breath. "Sami's father was your old friend, someone you trusted long ago. You lost touch after many years." Ahmed's heart skipped. "I never thought—" Mr. Khalid nodded. "This village was waiting for you, for your help. Now you have a chance to make things right." Ahmed smiled, feeling peace for the first time in a long while. He looked at Sami, then at the stars above. "We will build a better future. Together." The village cheered softly, hopeful and strong.